Close your eyes and imagine you are in an abandoned warehouse with gates and windows closed to the outdoors. There's no way to go up to the roof, but you cannot hide from those mutilated monsters hanging around all the time. Tom Collins, Margarita Beam, and I left the lab where we found the remains of Frove, but the no human entities working in it saw us and ran behind us. We were becoming flesh and bones. My friends and I ran in circles within the warehouse. Suddenly, Margarita began to jump when we were in front of the scoreboard above the lab's door. We heard chimes and watched some flash of lightning every time we were in that place. We were accumulating gaming points. We were laughing out loud and screaming at the same time. On the spur of the moment, I realized Margarita had stolen Frove's head from the lab. Margarita, why did you bring it with us? I didn't want to leave him there. He may be a normal person again when we get back to our world. I thought bringing Frove's head was not a good idea. I thought we were leaving our ghostly appearance because of him. I didn't know what game we should play to achieve our gaming points getting out of the warehouse and that sinister world, so our only option was to keep ourselves running without reaching the end. As I kept running in circles, a light in my mind, an epiphany, made me act. I dipped my right hand in the blood of the mutilated monsters crawling behind my friends and me. I decided to touch the bloody floor because I was not courageous enough to grab the monsters. After that, I wrote an alphabet on the wall at the end of a corridor, like an Ouija board. My friends looked at me. They were confused, and they probably thought I was becoming mad. So I invoked my ancestors and spiritual guide while posing my hands on the wall. Then, magic commenced. From the scoreboard display, my ancestors arrived as dense smoke to the warehouse. They materialized as an ancient army trying to control the monsters and the entities working at the lab. My spiritual guide opened a sealed gate to the outdoors. We had only a few seconds to run towards our freedom, but into scary darkness on an empty rural road. We needed to find out where we were. So I explained it to my spiritual guide. My spiritual guide just pointed to the road. Tom Collins asked Margarita to leave Frove's stinky head on the road. He didn't want to keep it. We didn't know if it was alive or not. However, Margarita decided to go back home with Frove's head. We walked in silence for a long time. We didn't want to rest or sleep because we had no idea what could happen. Daylight never came. We were living in a perpetual night. Tom was who discovered a manor in a wood at a short distance. We reached its fence and called to the door. "This is another game," said Tom. "How do you know it?" I asked him. "Because I've played it sometimes, I will not enter there." "What's the problem?" I questioned Tom Collins. "The manor's owner is a killer." "Hello." A cute woman coming from the house interrupted our conversation. "Long time without visitors, please, come in," she kindly said. Margarita got in immediately. "Good night. Could you give me a glass of water, please?" The woman watched Frove's head in Margarita's arms with curiosity but said nothing. Tom and I walked behind them. I didn't see or feel any threat in particular, but Tom became pale as we approached the house. Tom Collins felt a sense of unease. The house was old and frail, and the overgrown garden was shrouded in mist. Tom hesitated for a moment, but then he trespassed the door. "We're lost in the wood, Mrs. Finch." "My name is Mary Finch," she said warmly. "So let me know how I can help you." Mary Finch was an enigmatic, ageless figure. She was surprised by our arrival because people in town knew about her reclusive nature and often whispered about the strange sounds coming from the house and the peculiar aura surrounding it. People think my house is one of the most mysterious and intriguing places on the outskirts of town because my family had a long and tragic history, and they say that the house was filled with secrets and ghosts from the past. The house had been in her family for generations and was said to be cursed by some, while others believed it to be enchanted. As we talked, Mary led us through the house's various rooms, each one filled with relics and artifacts from the past. No one knew much about Mary other than that she was the last surviving member of the Finch family. Rumors swirled about her strange habits and peculiar behavior, saying she was a witch, while others claimed she was simply eccentric. Mary Finch laughed when we asked if we could spend the night in the manor and leave at dawn. "You can be here all the time you wish. As you see, there are many rooms with no guests. My butler set the table for you. Hope you'll enjoy the supper." I hope you'll be here the next time I'm in this living room." Mary Finch left us. The chimney fire slightly broke the gloom in the room. My friends and I started to speak in a low voice. What should we do? Margarita talked to the butler, and he told her the basics. There was no telephone in the area, and that was not a place in our earthly maps. The food was great, but the music played on an old gramophone made us restless. So we went upstairs to sleep. Margarita was so tired that she forgot Frove's head in the living room. Everyone got into a different room and closed the door. The longest night in our lives was about to start.